look forward now to next season and beyond, how important do you think is continuity and being able to keep this group of guys together? You heard the Warriors players complimentary of the team after the last series and saying that, now comes the hard part of keeping it all together.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've said it all season long. I said it after Game 6. What a special group. I mean, this has been the most fun, special group I've ever been a part of as a coach. You want to be able to keep it together. Continuity is obviously big. That's what we've had from year 1 to 2 to 3. It's the nature of the business. You don't know if you're going to have the same team back. It just comes with the territory. But the fact that, Zach and I, continue to put our heads together all the time to figure out what's best for our team and understanding, the culture that's being built here, the connectivity that's being built here, the togetherness. These are all things that I know our players understand so important. So, really looking forward to the offseason. Wish we were still playing, of course. But now we've got to begin our journey for next year, and that starts now. So love this group, love everything that they gave to us day in and day out. That's players, that's coaches, that's our staff. Everyone's had a big hand in this, and for people to buy into what we're doing here and believe in what we're doing here and wanting to be here is super important for us to understand and how we continue to make sure that's a factor year in and year out.
Hey, Coach, coming to the year, you guys, you take care of yourself. A lot of people don't give you the outside respect, but throughout the year, the organization and the team gain respect, the ESPN All Access, and with that, with respect, you may get more national games. I know you don't care about that, but for the fan base, how important is that for you guys to be seen on a national basis, on a regular basis?
Yeah, I mean, I hope we're working with Bally's, right? 82 games. I'm worried about that. I'm being with them. That's my group right there. It's we're not. I've said it before. We're not motivated by that. It comes with the nature of the NBA that. We're an up-and-coming team, but, I'm going to use our guys' line. We're here, but we still have so much to prove. I mean, we have so much work to put in, and, our goal is to win championships here, so we're never going to stop. We're never going to be satisfied. When that day comes, we're going to even be motivated more beyond that. So the fact that everyone embraces that, whatever attention comes our way, it comes with it. It's great. But, at the end of the day, I care about that group, in the locker room, our staff, organization, and our fans. The support system that they show year in and year out. What an unbelievable year. Just all the positive feedback, the energy that you get in the building, the energy that you get in the community. And I say all the time, that motivates me. I was motivated day one when I got in here, when I understood that if you gave to Memphis, they gave you tenfold. I say that probably every year, this time of year. I think our players understand that. They feel that. They're motivated. I always talk about how they feed off the crowd feeds off of us. What an unbelievable relationship that we're growing here. So whatever comes our way will come our way, but we know we're going to put in the work every single day to build great things here, continue this special journey that we have that ultimately leads to championships.
Hey, Taylor, just this summer, how involved do you plan on being in, just the decision-making process in terms of, roster management and things like that? And then, too, with the evaluation of players, I know that's something that you guys do. Have you already given the players, things that, they should work on this summer and all that stuff?
Yeah, I mean, involvement will be the exact same it's always been. I think that's, been the great relationship that Zach and I have had since day one. I mean, getting hired my first summer, getting thrown right into the mix. But, he and I, our relationships just continue to grow year after year. I mean, that guy does an unbelievable job. His trust in me, my trust in him. So, obviously, now it's switching gears to kind of off-season mode and, how we get ready for, draft and free agency and building the roster, continue to do great things. But nothing changes. We've established a great, process there. Getting up to speed on everything. I want to be involved, and the fact that he wants me involved is awesome. To be a part of that partnership is a big key, to I think having our great success on the floor. So, and then when it comes to the players, that's what today's all about. They do it all season long. Myself, our coaches do an unbelievable job of just continuing to remind guys of what they got to work on the court, in the weight room. Team-centric goals as well. To help the team get better, leadership, whatever it might be. And today's a great reminder, as I talked about, our springboard into next year starts now. It's a full-year commitment. So our guys, working on their player development plans, they get those today. Guys are excited about that because, they work so hard all season long. Now they know, hey, this is my takeaways from the year. This is where I got to get better. The fact that they engage in that process is super helpful for us taking steps individually and collectively.
To get a little bit more specific on that last point, it seemed like this year Jaron took a big leap on the defensive end, and maybe it's a little more rocky up and down on the offensive end. As you go into the summer, both from a skill development standpoint and a physical development standpoint, what are sort of the top items on his player development plan?
Yeah, I mean, as with all of our guys, I mean, our body and our health. I keep talking to them about the strength and the endurance to be able to play. We played 100 games this year, including the preseason. Like, you want to be playing 100 plus every single year. So how are you going to have your body right, your endurance right to withstand that? From an offensive standpoint, him being able to be a creator one-on-one, a playmaker in a lot of different situations, out of the post, drives, rolls, his playmaking ability, continuing to work on his shot, the strength in his legs and all that is going to be a big key. And then defensively, his versatility is going to ask a lot, of him. Strength inside, mobility on the outside. So there's a lot of stuff. And as I told him, the reason your list is really long is because you embrace it. You own it, and the sky's the limit for what you can do on both ends of the floor. So super proud of what he did this year, putting together an unbelievable full season. And I know he's super motivated to dive into that plan on his body, what he's got to do offensively, defensively to continue to take this team to great heights.
We'll go Jarvis, Mark, Pete.
Coach, right here. So I know the team has had next man up mentality all year, and even you had to miss a game. You had one you consistently go. You ever allow yourself to think about what it might have been if 12 had been able to finish that series out?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Of course, you wonder what it could have been like. But all season long, we've always embraced, whoever's available and ready to go. We've got the utmost faith and confidence in them to go out there and win a basketball game. And I think our guys proved that all during the regular season, during the playoffs at the end. Just didn't go our way. We put ourselves in a great spot because our team is the reason why we had the success. And obviously, Josh super motivated in this offseason, continuing to grow in so many different areas. I know he's going to be motivated more than ever to come back, and I think our team will as well.
Do you ever just let yourself daydream?
I try not to too much. I got so much on my mind. That's why I said, of course it's crossed my mind. Who wouldn't? But I can't go down that rabbit hole and try to, dwell on things or, I'm going to over critique myself more than anything anyway. So, not to that extent.
Along those lines, Taylor, with Ja, he missed 30 some odd games this year. I'm curious, is there anything he can do, the organization can do to kind of, make sure he's durable for the long haul moving forward, do you look at what happened this year as kind of just, injuries happen, it's fluky?
No, I think we've talked as a group, we've talked with him. He understands the learning opportunity from this. The availability all season long, because when he's on the floor, he does special things. So I think that's why I say he's super motivated. He understands, continuing to work on his body, adding strength. He just needs to download or deload right now just a little bit, and then he'll be fine for the summer. But then, how he's got his plan of action, with our performance team, what he's going to do to strengthen his body, continuing, as I always talk about, how he reads the game. Obviously, elite getting to the rim and stuff, but continuing to build on that mid-range package he had. The three-point shooting gave him a lot of confidence at the end of the year to know how he can just be just so electric in a lot of different areas and not have to always, play, in crowds and against physicality. And then, defensively, continue to just add strength there so he can just have endurance on both ends to be a high-level player. So he's super motivated. He's the one saying those words in the exit interviews, which gives me so much confidence because I know when he's put something in his mind and he puts in the work, he's going to get the results.
Coach, I know culture is a huge part of this organization, and when you talk with Zach in the front office about building out this roster going forward, basketball talent and IQ obviously is going to be a given. Can you give us a sense of what is the ideal Memphis Grizzly player that you want in that locker room, setting aside the basketball skills, but those intangibles that fit into the culture?
You want me to give away the trade secrets? You hear me always say it all the time. It's the people. It's the person. It's absolutely the intangibles. We're going to develop as much as we can the great talent that we bring into the organization in a lot of different ways. To me, I say it all the time, and these guys are going to roll their eyes. Maybe they'll repeat it when they come and talk to you all about the care factor. That when you step into Memphis, that you have a care factor that you're going to embrace giving everything of yourself for the team. You're going to give everything of yourself in every area. It's not just the games. It's the vitamins. It's the practices. It's the film sessions. It's the camaraderie with your teammates. You have a care factor that you care about everything that goes into winning. And that's probably the biggest thing. There's an unselfishness, of course, giving of yourself to others. It's about the team. It's not about you. Your individual success will come with your team success. And then competitiveness. I say compete together, get better. All those pillars of what we talk about. I just love guys that come in and just want to compete. They want to win every little thing. You've heard me talk about it. It's the shooting game. It's obviously the NBA playoffs. You want to win those games. It's the shooting games. It's the drills. It's the card games. It's the free throw belt. Whatever it is, these guys just the half court shots. They want to compete, and they give each other a good ride when someone doesn't win. They want to let it be known that we won, and I won this and whatnot. So if you compete, you're unselfish, and you ultimately care at the end of the day, it's a great building block, and then we'll hopefully take it from there.
We have time for two more. We'll go Mike Wallace, then Clay.
Taylor, you talked about Jaren and then Ja specifically, but when you look at them as a tandem, how much more can you sort of unlock to get them to the next level as a 1-2 or 1-1-8 type punch for this
Yeah,
season?
I mean, so much. Obviously, trying to put a full season together is a big step in that direction. We got more of a sample size for sure. The connection that they can have on the offensive end. I'm always trying to come up with ways to get them involved, in different actions or what it might be. I think they start getting that, what you call that sixth sense wavelength, that just comes with time. I'm starting to see it more. It starts off the floor, which translates then, to the connection on the floor. Defensively as well, the versatile defensive schemes that we run, how those guys are, pillars of what we do offensively and defensively. It's their leadership. It's what they give us on the floor. That's going to be one of my biggest tasks in the summer is continuing to understand how I'm going to unlock those guys amongst all the great depth that we have as well. It's great as a coach when you have a lot of guys that can contribute. You hear me say that all the time. But when John, JJ are leading the charge, that's my responsibility to figure out better ways.
Last question, Clay.
Taylor, Zach mentioned that he's going to pay as much as he could say that he's going to pay Ja what he needs. He also said that money is not going to be an object as far as keeping this team together, even though it's a small market. How much as a coach does that mean as far as you looking forward and making plans, even out several years of keeping this core together?
I mean, it's just one thing that I love about Zach and is his commitment to wanting to build something great here and whatever it takes. I mean, obviously we've got decisions ahead of us. We'll work together as a tandem to figure that out. We obviously know we're doing the right things year 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. We have so much more work to do, but his commitment to doing whatever it is to give our city a great basketball team, to bring championships here in the future. There's not one way to do it. I know he says all the time there's nothing linear, but we're going to take stock in all the great things we've done, the great people, the players that we have here. That goes beyond just the roster. His commitment to that is top notch, and being able to have someone that I can come to work with every single day, that we have the same vision and we want the same things at the end of the day, and we're motivated by that. It's really special, and it brings you to work every single day. Great. Thanks, everybody. Look forward to seeing you soon. Don't know what that is. Hope everyone has a great summer, and appreciate all the hard work this year from everybody. Thank you.